Here we are, October 7th of 2022. We've got some activity going on. It starts off with this CME over here on the left, right there. And then we have this one coming off the top. Some little object in there. And then little spits and sputters. So we'll go into this and do that one also frame by frame here. I'll just let this loop play a couple of times so you see if you guys can spot it without me pointing it out, and then we'll go through it frame by frame. So let me pull this down a little bit. Sorry about that. And we'll pause at the very beginning. Back it up a little bit. So here's our opening frame right here at 024. You can see we're having some kind of little event. Here's our instrument reacting over here. But as we go forward, here's our first blast. And here's our object, and I'm just going to come zoom right in on this for you guys. Alright, and here's our object, our nice little black object right in the middle. You can see its magnetic field around it right here, all illuminated. It's a nice, perfect, round circle, almost like a light bulb type looking structure, because it reaches back and still connecting to the sun. Here's the instrument reacting to the bow shock of this vent right here. And let's go frame back while we're zoomed in here. See if we can, if it'll cooperate. So boom, here's our first image, and here we can see our object right here. Then as we go forward, there's another good shot of it. You can still see it. Boom. And then we'll zoom out. And we'll watch the rest of this as it progresses out of the screen. Okay, that was our first little event. Then, let me get that out of the way a little more. Then as it proceeds, we have this event here. You can see our instrument reacting to it here. And as it unfolds, it's hard to tell what's going on in here. There appears to be some little ghost image right in there, but it's really hard to tell. I might zoom into this just a little bit more to see if it'll pick it up on the camera. Yeah, you can make it out. There's this little dark patch right here. So there appears to be, it's all draped in plasma, so that makes it hard to see. It appears to be an object there. But then as this progresses, I want you guys to keep an eye on this round shape right here as we go forward and backward a few frames. Okay, right about here, we'll zoom in on it. Boom. Maybe move this aside a second, pull it up a little more. Nope, we'll go down. Alright, here's our object right here. It's got this round structure, its little magnetic field or whatever around it. And as it proceeds out, you can see the instrument reacted to it right back here. Right here it was reacting because our object's right there. Back it up so you can follow it out a little better. Okay, so here we are. Boom. Progressing forward as it goes on out. Okay, and then it kind of gets enveloped in plasma so it can't be seen anymore. Alright, then, well, we got it right about, I think it was right, where's the bright frame? Right there. Right there. So let's go back one right here. Let me pull this up. This structure right here where this line's going straight and then we got this arc right here. This reminds me of like a sickle almost. And if you turn your head to the right, it looks like a hooded individual with two eyes right here. Here's our face with a hood over it underneath this sickle right here. It looks like the Grim Reaper or the Harvester. Anyways, there's that little image. This is a strange structure. For those of you who can see other stuff, maybe you'll see what I'm talking about in there. But there's that strange structure too. So it's getting kind of weird here. So as we back out of this, that was our third object, because we had this first one over here, then the second one up here that was ghostly, and then this third one going out. So as I put this back into motion, let's reverse it. Okay, I'll center it for you. There's our first object with its little CME. You can see that one squirting out there. This one was kind of hidden. It was only captured in a couple frames, but it looks like we had 3 different objects causing more CMEs on the sun. And let me pull this out the way. That was today, and I didn't do a report yesterday, so let's see if we can get yesterday's to load up here. And while this is loading up, there's a blast right there. There's another one right here. I think as it's doing it really slowly, you might be able to see some of these other blasts that are going off over here. These objects aren't very clear to see, but we still had some CME activity going on here. And I think it was one more day back on the 5th I want to do. Let's let this one roll up real quick because this was another event that I didn't report on here. So if you just bear with me for a sec as this loads up, we'll get into this one. And this was October 5th. And as the loop's playing, our little event down here, this object right here, you can see it coming out as the CME progresses forward. Okay, then we'll freeze frame it like we always do and zoom in on some of this so you can see it. So as this event begins, I'll pause on it right about here. Here's our round object right here. As it's coming out, we'll go forward, forward, forward a couple frames. Here it is right there as it keeps progressing out. Okay, so let me back up to a good shot of it. Maybe right there. Let's go right about here. I'll zoom in on it right here for you guys so you can see a little bit tighter what's going on here. And let me move this out the way. Here's our round object right here. Let me get this to go out of the way. I'm going to back it up a little bit, and you'll see as it goes backward. Here it is right up in here as it starts to come out. Then we go forward. Okay, and there was one captured there. And as I put this back into motion here, I want to see if my camera will pick it up a little bit better for you guys here. There you go. Now you can see when this object comes out, there's plasma that goes streaking past it faster than it's going out right here in the last few frames here. Yeah, it gets enveloped in plasma. You can see it in the last few frames. A wave of plasma comes over it and envelops it. And that was over here October 5th of 22. So we've been having these strange objects causing more activity on our sun. So I thought I'd bring this little report, this latest update for you guys. And as we close out here, we'll go back to today, October 7th, and close out with today's activity with 3 different objects. We'll go over it real quick one more time as this loads up. Here was our first one. Here's the second one that's really faint up in here, right around there somewhere. And then this third one coming out at a weird angle. So as that one finishes rolling out, almost done there. There we go. And I'll freeze frame it on this one here for you one more time. Right here. Let's back up a couple of frames because this image right here is a perfect, like, cookie cutter image of what I'm looking for. It, you know, it has all the elements. This round magnetic field with our black core in the center here. It's producing a CME. Our instrument's reacting to the plasma that's out in front of this magnetic field. This has ripped some plasma off of the sun. There's a bunch of it in front. And then you can see as it stretches back behind, almost like a light bulb shape, reaching back because it's still connected to the sun. And we'll back that up. There's another frame where you can see it. There's when it first comes out. Boom, 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 right there. It moves out of frame. Now, if I can get this out of the way, this other event up here, As this unfolds, there appears to be something right in this area. And as it moves out, where was the good image I had that was like right around there, I think. Yeah, it was back here. I think the camera can pick up this ghostly little dark image right here. It's all draped in plasma, but there seems to be something darker than the rest of the outside area right in the middle there. And then here comes our third little object as it comes out of here. And you can see here it is, nice round, nice little black core. And then here's our image with the weird sickle type shape like the Grim Reaper. If you turn your head like to the right all the way, it almost looks like somebody's wearing a hood right here with a face in this little area. Let me zoom that up. There we go. Let me pull that up so you can see what I'm saying. Here's a sickle right here, and here's a hood over a face with two eyes, a nose, and a mouth right there. Anyways, just interesting stuff. That's it for now. I love you all, and until my next video, bye. God bless you all, too.